Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to another Initial Focus video. For many years, I've been a huge fan of the Apple trackpad. Last year when they got updated, I picked it up, and for general computer use, it works great. Maybe not $130 great, but that is a whole other conversation. Ever since I began video editing almost every day now, I have desired something that has more functionality, but even more important to me, something more ergonomic. I've always had my eye on the Logitech MX Master, so I finally decided to pick one up. This mouse is $100, but Amazon had it on sale for $75 when I picked it up. And when you first get out of the box, you will have two options to connect it to a computer. Either Bluetooth Smart, which is basically means this mouse can connect up to 3 different devices without having to do the whole unpair and repair every time thing. You simply just click the 1, 2, or 3 on the bottom to switch between devices. Or you can use the Logitech Unifying Receiver, which is basically a fancy dongle that allows you to connect multiple Bluetooth devices that all use dongles to just this single dongle. That way you don't need to take up 2 or 3 USB ports on your computer just for peripherals. I started out using the normal Bluetooth option, which if you are just using the mouse is fine. But if you go to touch the mouse after a couple minutes of it being idle, it does take a couple seconds to kind of wake up and move. It annoyed me just enough to start using the dongle, and that took care of all the lag. When you first rest your hand on the mouse, you will immediately notice how comfortable it feels in the hand. I have never felt a more comfortable mouse to work with for long hours of video editing. Not to mention, this thing is littered with buttons. I've seen plenty of mice that are purposed for gaming, which have different shortcuts and macro keys, but this mouse is suitable for any application. I'll touch on that more in just a minute. The mouse charges using micro USB, and the battery lasts a good amount of time. I haven't had it long enough to give an average time frame, but I've charged it only once since I first got it about a month ago, and I did not charge it any more than it already had when I got it out of the box. Not too shabby. The laser on the bottom works great on any surface, even glass, which is always helpful with all the different kinds of desks out there. Build quality is very sound. It feels very premium in the hands. Honestly, half the fun with this mouse is in the software, so let's take a look at that real quick. Alright guys, let's jump into the software here. Once you get the mouse connected to your computer, either the Logitech Unifying Receiver or just standard Bluetooth connectivity, you will go to Logitech's website and download Logitech Options. Now I'm just going to run through this really quick and point some things out that I find awesome. Now as you can see by these blue or green turquoise little dots here, these are all the different buttons on the mouse that you can program. Obviously they come with defaults, but I can basically click on any of them and choose from a series of actions, and most of them you can actually choose custom ones as well. Now where things get pretty crazy here is if you look in the top right hand corner, you'll see it say all applications. You can actually choose different buttons to do different things depending on what program you're in. So obviously I use Photoshop and Premiere all the time, so I've gone in and actually changed, for example, this side button here to zoom in to the timeline on the on my Premiere timeline. And I change this button when I'm in general applications to open Premiere. So for example, if I jump in to Premiere here, you can see my timeline. This is actually the video you're watching right now. Haha, it's like Filmception. And so I can actually use the slider on the mouse, the left scroll wheel, and I can quickly jump and back and forth between the different zooming in and out. And then if I hide that program, if I'm just in general applications, that scroll wheel changes my desktops. So I can actually slide between desktops. You can also create different gesture buttons. So this one here, I didn't know this was a button until I got into the software. But yes, the thumb rest is actually a button, and you can actually go in. Let me see if I can find it again. Yes, so you can go into gestures and FreePan. You can basically go in and customize. So I have it to where if I click and push down on the mouse, it will actually open Photoshop. which is pretty nifty. So I'm not going to go too crazy into this, but if you end up picking up this mouse, a lot of times you get gear where the software is included, but you never really use it. Seriously, you are not getting your full money's worth from this mouse if you do not use the software. It is absolutely incredible. You can customize it for every program on your computer, and it is just absolutely crazy. So yeah, definitely make sure you like and subscribe and leave any comments down below what your favorite mouse or any peripherals are. And don't forget to pick this mouse up using the link below. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.